Welcome to the Titan Upload Draft Series as we break down some prospects that you want to hear from. Amari Rodgers, the wide receiver from Clemson, is on the list for tonight. Definitely go back and check out Tutu Atwell and Zaven Collins. Those were the first two we did. So Rodgers is number 3. Immediately, we'll kind of dive into why Rodgers makes sense for the Titans, maybe in the later rounds, 3rd round maybe. 212 pounds, built more like a running back, but apparently he still wants to play wide receiver at the next level. But does he make sense for the Tennessee Titans? Let's dive into Amari Rodgers, wide receiver, Clemson, next on Titan Upload. Powered by Symbol. Don't forget to click that link below, put that promo code TITANUPLOAD, and give yourself $10 extra when you make your first deposit. Remember, you must be 18. It's a stock exchange for NFL teams. Buy low, sell high. Symbol's got you covered. There are 5 reasons why I really like Amari Rodgers. Number 5, his dad is T. Martin. It matters because his football IQ is just out of the roof. And he's got really good field awareness. He understands the game, obviously, right? His father's been a coach. His father's been a player. But he just understands the little things, like, keeping his feet in bounds, awareness where the sidelines are, and just has that overall football IQ that wide receivers, running routes and where the defense is going to play you and all that kind of stuff, what coverage they're in. He really excels in that part. Number 4, Trevor Lawrence, who's going to go number 1 in Jacksonville, who's everyone's talked about over the last few years as being the best quarterback in the NCAA. Trevor Lawrence's favorite wide receiver in 2020, Amari Rodgers. That's got to account for something. In the NFL, we heard stories of Tom Brady all the time. If you make him look bad, he just won't throw you the football. Well, he didn't make Trevor Lawrence look bad, so that's why he threw to him over and over and over. Number 3, Senior Bowl performance. Had a really, really good Senior Bowl, did very well on the one-on-one routes versus cornerbacks, and he really did kind of impress a lot of people at that Senior Bowl. Will that rise his stock in the NFL draft? That's yet to be determined. We'll find out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. It did show you he could go up against some pretty good competition at the Senior Bowl and kind of live up to those moments one-on-one, because one of his knocks in the NFL is going to be, can his speed still impact the game as far as getting by these cornerbacks that are really, really solid and top-notch. So Senior Bowl performance, definitely a good thing for Amari Rodgers. Number 2, the hands, right? Catching the ball, plucking it out of the air, shoestring grabs on the run. There are a couple plays that I really think about. Number 1, he can catch the screens. He can do all the little things. His performance didn't make the list, but the ability of his running back frame, if you go back and watch the Syracuse game for a touchdown. So those were 2 noticeable moments that I was like, wow, this guy's not that bad. The speed's going to be the issue down the line. Otherwise, man, he looks pretty good. Number 1, the best of anything, route running ability. He's got good stop-start motion. He's got a little bit of a get up right off the bat with his acceleration. Now, he doesn't have that top end speed as we've talked about, but he is able to do really good on his routes. I mean, he's got to. Again, 5'9", doesn't have the height, so you can't just chuck it up to him and he's going to jump up in the air and grab it over someone like 6'2", 6'3", but he can, obviously pluck him out of the air every once in a while. But what he can do is he's very precise and he can beat you onto the spot to get the ball, which is very important for a wide receiver. But route running is very key in the NFL. Precise route runners still have a place in this league. And he might not be able to beat everyone down the field consistently, but with his pass catching ability, yes, we'll get into some of the issues with him with the drops. As far as his route running ability, I mean, top of the line,
graded out very well. Let's just say that with the preciseness of his routes. So ultimately, what do you think about Amari Rodgers from Clemson? Could you see him being a nice pick for the Tennessee Titans in round 3, round 4? Definitely comment below and let me know what you think. Now, I've seen him mocked anywhere between the 2nd and 4th round. Again, his downfall is speed. He had 6 drops last year in 2020. If you go back and watch the game against Wake Forest, I believe last year, he does like a deep cross route. And you can tell right away he should separate from the defender and he should be wide open. He was never able to separate. He did catch the ball. He made a really good catch, able to break away with that 4.51 pro days 40 speed. But ultimately with this guy, the question is always going to be asked, and we have to wait until the season starts. Can he win outside in the NFL? That's going to be his biggest issue. We know he can do little things. He'll be in the slot, but can he win outside eventually? Because if he wants to take that next step and be a true number 2, which we're definitely looking for here in Tennessee. Now, what did Brian think? No, Brian is out on this. Brian does not agree. We'll have to ask him at a later time why he doesn't agree, but he is not as high on Rodgers as some people are. So leave a comment below. Do you want Rodgers? Do you not want Rodgers down the line? You guys asked me to look him up. You guys asked me to bring this to you. Here it is. So let me know what you think. Until next time, don't forget to tighten up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and we'll see you soon on the next draft series here on Titan Upload Network.